Major concern for everyone, including the 5th District plus Tulare County and the state of California, is the water issue. Water drought, we've been in our third year now, and water has become more and more of a major concern for the rural area, major cities, and everyone in general. Water is a necessity of life. Some of the ideas that have flown around in my head, and I've shared with some of the folks that have asked me questions regarding water. Let's look at the water issue. First of all, we need water in an everyday occurrence. Let's take some of the water that we're using and try to recharge some of our water on a faster, quicker way. There's a few bonds that are floating around, ideas in the state of California regarding water. Safe drinking water to disadvantaged communities is a major concern. Looking at that, let's say that the measure that the bond that's out there will look at looking at tertiary units or looking at conserving water or having the availability to use some of that money. A tertiary unit is a form that water gets processed and either can become potable water, which is drinkable, or it can be used to maintain our parks, our working at a memorandum of understanding with the school districts, getting the water to the school fields so it can be used. That will allow the water that we are recharging into the aquifers a lot quicker. That is one of the scenarios that I have in mind. As far as drinkable water to areas that maybe don't have water, let's say Doyle Colony and Alta Vista, most commonly referred to as East Porterville. A lot of those wells are beginning to go dry. They're shallow wells, they're not deep wells because they relied on the Tule River providing their water to be recharged on a constant basis. Where we're at right now, let's say this is just my idea, reaching out, is talking to Porter Vista, that's a utility company out in the Doyle Colony area, that they already have a lot of their customers under the sewer system. The sewer system, the way it's provided out there, there's an agreement between the city of Porterville and Porter Vista that they process their sludge and run that out. So there's already a mechanism in place. The utility company, providing that the board of directors, along with the community out there, decides to say, well, we want to once again extend the memorandum of understanding with the city of Porterville and allow water to be used from the city into the Porter Vista utility company, and the utility company itself charge its clients. Self-help enterprises is one of those agencies that works in impoverished communities that allows them to work with folks to bring water into that area. Working with everyone in place, you would have the different agencies, nonprofits, profits, government agencies, along with the state and the federal government that allow us to bring water to, say, 6,000 to 7,000 homes that are out there. The cost is great up front for one individual, but if the cost is spread out among all of us, it can be done. There has been in the city of Porterville already, in the history aspect of it, the Mayfair tract that came into play when I was on council, and during that process, the agencies came together, which was once again Self-Help Enterprises, the Water District, and then of course the city of Porterville. The federal government's the funding, so through that process we were able to get water into that particular neighborhood. This would just be a larger format to get more water into the eastern Porterville, but it can happen. Because of the memorandum of understanding through Porter Vista, if able to work through that, those folks are not going to be giving up their country life. They will maintain their integrity as far as country living is concerned. That is what's a crucial part here. We would be abandoning some of those water wells out there that are already low. There's understandings of different things that you can do. You can maintain a water well if it's high enough. Let's say if you have a garden, because some of those plots out there are 10, 15 acres, some are 1 acre lots. So maybe they can maintain their water if they have water for their garden or to grow some of their livestock out there. The potable water is what the humans need. We need to have the water that we can use and maintain our life, because without drinkable water, we're not going to be around. Those are some of the scenarios that I have in mind to share. And now, since it's out here, someone else can use them, but being able to use those ideas in place. Once again, talking about the water bond, The water bond out there, we must have above ground storage. We must recoup, we must catch a lot of water when there's availability for it and be released throughout the year. An acre foot right now, you're lucky if you can purchase it for about $1,500. I've heard talking to a farmer yesterday, it was $2,000 an acre foot. You say, that's all right. It's a tax write off. But first, folks, you need to make the money in order to spend it, in order to have a write off. If you can't have a write off, if you don't have a crop, then all you're doing is devastating not only the economy locally, but nationwide. Water is very crucial. Water is very important. It's important to me, and it's important to each and every one of you that's out there. We can do things together. We can conserve water, but it takes a unit to work together to conserve water.